have them, I'll get Notre Dame. Yes, it's all of them.
We kind of met earlier. I'm Greg. I'm the athletic trainer. So if I'm not on the floor, I'll either be in the room here or rather on the floor. So I didn't leave anywhere. Okay, but I got something to figure out. Okay. Just a heads up. Practice.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Notre Dame High School here in Peoria, Illinois. We're live in the kitchen, and we're excited to be with you this evening as we welcome the Tigers from Illini Bluffs High School to play our Lady Irish. We've got two games for you tonight. First, the JV, followed by the varsity, and I'm very happy to be here with Mike Plunkett. Mike, we're going to start with our pregame prayer, and then I'm going to turn it over to you for our starting lineup.
Sounds good, Jim.
Father, you give all praise and thanksgiving. You have blessed us with your bountiful gifts. Help us to use them for your honor. Send forth your grace and abundance upon all gathered for this basketball game. Allow all of our gifts and talents to shine forth in a Christian way. Especially bless these teams, coaches, and referees. Protect all from injury and harm. Allow your peace to always reign in our hearts. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Okay, folks, as John Cummings introduces everybody over the loudspeaker, we're going to give it right over to Coach Plunkett here to do the same for you watching at home.
And I will try to follow along with Mr. Cummings and bring the starters to everybody. And again, we talk about this, seems like every time we've got a game here, but, you know, another just, you know, really great basketball program coming in our gym. Illini Bluffs been one of the best small school teams. We're really just athletically, there's tremendous across the board.
Absolutely.
Starting lineup for the Tigers, number 2, Lily Hicks. We've got number 11, Ellery Shriver. Number 24, Marissa Robertson. Number 5, Brooke Buchan. And number 30, Autumn Gray. The JV squad of Illini Bluffs is coached by Caitlin Sweet. Now, the starters for Notre Dame JV under the direction of Shamar Hill.
Freshman guard number 4, Maya.
Freshman guard number 4, Maya Wardle. Sophomore guard number 10, Mary Breitbach.
Sophomore guard number 21, Sammy Lard.
A freshman, number 21, Sammy Lard.
Number 23, Elizabeth.
Sophomore forward, number 23, Elizabeth Hanley. And another sophomore forward, number 34, Elizabeth Biz Daly. Well, Jim, should be interesting. Like I said, Illini Bluffs, you know, their female sports just traditionally are just, you know, across the board, just outstanding. And this basketball program has been good for a lot of years. I know they had, I believe it's Coach Robertson that was with them for so many years that built this program up and you know, so successful. Right. So it's should be a very interesting game for us tonight, and it's a good test going into our conference tournament later this week.
So we'll have Marissa Robertson inbound for the Tigers. Guarded by Elizabeth Hanley. Ball comes in to number 2, Lily Hicks. And folks, we're underway here in the kitchen. Ball comes in quickly to
good tough man-to-man defense.
Robertson went right back to Hicks. Hicks missed the layup, and the Irish come back quickly with Wordle looking to attack the hoop. She does, off the glass, and good on the right side.
I like what Hicks did for Illini Bluffs. She saw the overplay on the defense, went back door. They got the pass to her, just was in a tough spot to score. And then Maya Wardle does what Maya Wardle does so well. She takes the ball to the basket, and she finishes.
Just gets there so quickly. So number 5 near the top of the key, Brooke Buchan, swings it left, gets inside. And that's number 30, Autumn Gray, going up strong in the lane, draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. That foul was on number 10, Mary Breitbach. That's her first, team's first. And again, Autumn Gray getting the ball there in the middle. Fumbled a little bit, but went up very strong, drawing that foul.
Yeah, they ran a nice little play, posting her up and got the defense on her hip. And she got fouled and knocked down free throw number 1.
Second free throw for Gray is good. She's 2 for 2 in the book already.
Yeah, just looking at her shot on a free throw early on, but she really nice looking shot. Great form, nice looking shot, and you just want to kind of keep that in the back of your mind that if she's out facing the basket, we better get a hand up on
Just
her.
get wall up and play good defense. So ball comes in strong to Biz Daly. She spins, goes and gets her own rebound off a tip from Hanley. Hanley gets the rebound here, swings it out to Wardle. And Wardle gets it down the corner. Hanley for three, off the mark. And there's Gray with the rebound. She gets it out to number 5, Brooke Buchan, and we're going to come back the other way. Tigers get their offense set up. There's Wardle giving Buchan a lot of trouble up top. They get it out over to number 2, Lily Hicks. Hicks drives near the corner. It's tipped by Lard and stolen. Sammy Lard gets it over to Maya Wardle, and we're coming back right away. Shots up for Wardle. The 3 is off the mark. That's a rare miss from Wardle like that, and the Tigers will inbound, and we got full court pressure right now from the Irish.
And every now and then Maya will do that, and then she'll come down and just like, you know, she's a good player and said, you know, that was just something that doesn't happen very often, and it probably won't happen again. She's got that shooter's mentality.
There's Sammy Lard there quickly with another steal. The pass comes from Wardle down to Breitbach, shots off the mark, and there's Gray with another rebound. So number 24, Robertson, swings it over to number 2, Lily Hicks. Hicks gets it down in the corner. The shot for Gray in the short corner is off the mark. And the Irish are wasting no time coming back. Hanley gets it to Wardle. Wardle attacking from the wing. Swings across court to Breitbach. Fake from the 3. Drives short corner. Shots off the mark. And it's saved right into Hanley's hand. She goes up strong. Wardle with the rebound. She goes right back up. Off the iron and good. Maya Wardle gets her second basket. And right now the Irish lead 4-2. There's a steal from Lard. Lard has at least 3 steals here early in the game. She gets a quick pass to Hanley. And Hanley is on the board. And we're going to get a 5-second call here against the Tigers.
The man-to-man defense is causing problems already for him. And again, you said it, and I'm kind of trying to keep track best I can. Sammy's got 3 steals already. And that's what Sammy does. Deflection, steals.
She is constantly moving and creating trouble for whoever is guarding her, or whoever she's guarding, and possibly the person next to her. So Wardle's with the ball near the top of the key, driving right. She goes around. Oh, she wanted to attack there, just didn't feel comfortable. Gets it a nice drive on the baseline, dump pass to Lard. Lard goes up for a short jumper and gets fouled.
Fouls on 24, Marissa Robertson, her first, team first.
Marissa Robertson picking up her first foul. It'll be the team's first, and Sammy Lard will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And folks, that'll bring us to our first media timeout here in the game. The Irish lead 6-2 with 4:41 left here in the first quarter. Coach, your initial thoughts here as we're almost halfway through the first quarter.
As we go into these JV games, and one the trademark of our JV team this year has been our really tough pressure man-to-man defense. We score, and we're going to try to deny that initial pass in, and then even if the ball gets in, we are overplaying. We're up so much overplaying that we're going to look to get in passing lanes, and we do a good job of it. So how well Illini Bluffs is able to handle that, the pressure on the ball, and secondly, being able to get open when the ball handler picks up the ball is going to be a real determining factor on how they're able to do offensively. I think if they get into a man-to-man offense, they are probably disciplined enough, well enough coach, and we haven't seen their players, so it's hard to comment on who can or cannot really handle the ball, shoot, those kind of things. But I would imagine just from their past, once they get into a half-court offense, they'll be able to execute pretty well.
Yeah, they're still working to find their rhythm and figure out the defense that is playing against them, and that will come here in a minute or two, I suspect. And first free throw for Lard rolls and is good. Sammy Lard is on the board with her first point. And with that, they increase the lead 7-2. Lard has one more free throw, and that one is off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound is tipped. That rebound gets credited to number 10, Zoe Kroll, who has checked in for the Tigers. Pass is off the mark for the Tigers. Breitbach picks it up, gets it ahead to Wardle. Wardle inside to Hanley. Hanley with a rough layup, but she fights for the ball, gets it. Gets a deflection. She's on the ground.
Ended up going out of bounds, but wasn't for lack of effort.
She did everything she could to try to get that ball to her teammate, and unfortunately, I'm guessing a shoulder blade might have scraped that out of bounds line, and into the Tigers it goes. And again, we mentioned before, the Irish have this full court pressure right here. Tigers do a nice job of breaking it right there. And nice hustle from Wardle to get down there and just knock that pass out of bounds.
Yeah, she could have easily given up on that play, and she continued to get all the way down to the block where the girl was open momentarily. They just couldn't quite get the ball to her soon enough.
So here come the Tigers. Pass goes inside to number 10. Again, that's Krall, but it gets intercepted. Wardle coming back the other way. Waiting for offense to get set. Wardle looks to drive. Pass goes inside to Lard. Lard with the left. Layup's no good. And that's number 24, Robertson, with a nice rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball. Just no room for Robertson to go anywhere there.
No, and the coaches are just watching Coach Sweet on the sideline, telling her you just got to pivot out. You got to pivot out strong. You got, if there's a trap, you got to step through it and just be strong with the ball. And she was standing up and down rather than bent a little bit, and that'll get you in trouble. That puts you in a pretty weak position when you're straight up and down.
Oh, that was a great cut right there from Mary. And then a nice pass down under to Sammy. Sammy's layup is missed. Sammy ended up on the ground. So here comes number 2. That's Lily Hicks. She gets inside to Zoe Krall. Zoe Krall shots off the mark. It gets kicked out to, I'm sorry, that was number 5 who shot, Brooke Buchan. Buchan now with the ball.
It'll be a
we're going to get a 5-second
call.
Great defense on her from Maya Wardle, and we're going to have several substitutions here. Number 13, Jillian Sander, checking in for the Irish. And we're going to see number 4, Nikki Okamara, number 22, Allie Brandt, and number 33, Morgan Lowe, all checking in for the Tigers of Illini Bluffs. Mary Breitbach with the ball, swings around. Okay, nice pick and roll here for the Irish, and a finish from Biz Daly. Just a great screen and roll there from Biz. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you can't run that any better than what they did there. And defensively, Illini Bluffs going to have to make a decision on how they want to defend that.
Oh, great defense there from Ellie Bear, who's checked in for the Irish, just forcing the turnover. Great pressure that she applied there on number 4, Nikki Okamara. Force her into a travel there. Again, another stat that I'd love to have for this Irish team is knowing the number of forced turnovers that they create. Oh, nice fake jumper from Wardle. Kicks it out to Daly, is out on the wing. Daly feeds. Sander hits it out to Breitbach for 3. In and out. That was halfway down before I rolled back
to me,
down.
that's a make that just didn't quite get the job done. But it was.
And again, there's so great hustle from Wardle getting on the ground for the ball, but referee calls jump ball before she gets possession of it, and it's going to stay with the Illini Bluffs. Number 23, Maddie Bouchard inbounds, gets it to 33. That's Morgan Lowe, and back it goes to Bouchard, I believe.
Maya Wardle, just watching her, she creates so much havoc on defense, on the ball, away from the ball.
Well, we're going to get an extra step here from number 4, Nikki Okamara. And again, that pressure from the Irish is unrelenting.
Yeah, and when you're just putting the ball down on offense, dribbling, you're going to have to set some screens, maybe screen on the ball, do some things that are going to mix it up a little bit, because this dribbling ball, our girls do a really nice job of containing the dribble.
Bear with a short corner shot. Off the mark. Wardle with the rebound. She goes off the glass. That's a miss. Number 3. Was that number 3? No, I'm sorry. That was number 5 with the rebound. That's Brooke Buchan.
And Mary Breitbach did a great job on defense there. Not sure who it was for Illini Bluffs. Caught the pass and was looking to turn, and Mary was right there, and created that turnover.
Wardle with a nice drive. Floater. It's good along the baseline. Maya Wardle's got 6 for the quarter. And again, you can hear, I'm not sure if you picked up the referee there warning the girls hands.
Right.
But that's that Irish pressure. They're going to be physical. They're going to stay close to you the whole time. You know, it was a great idea on the entry pass there, but you can't get you're not going to have an easy time getting it over Biz Daly. Daly looks to drive, kicks it out to Wardle. Wardle wants to shoot, but she pulls it back. Nice pass inside to Sander. Sander with the dribble off the glass. She gets hit.
Yeah, on that attempted lob inside for Illini Bluffs is just when the defense is taller than the offense and the defense is between the basketball and the intended target for the pass, it's really a hard pass to get over.
So Julian Sander knocks down the first of her 2 free throws. She's on the board. And that follows on number 22, I believe, Allie Brand. Her first, team's second. And there's Ellie Bear with a nice rebound. Oh, nice move by Biz Daly. Fake, drives from the wing. Shots off the mark. And here comes number 33, Morgan Lowe, leading the offense for the Tigers. Strong defense here from the Irish. They get the ball out to number 23, Maddie Bouchard. She kicks it to number 5, who gets it down in the corner to Okamara. And again, we're going to get another jump ball here after the pure hustle right there of Ellie Bear.
And just hawking the ball, just constantly.
Actually, was that Ellie Bear? Yeah. No, that was Chloe Carpenter, I think, who tied that up. Who was it? I'm sorry, folks. We don't ever. We got Brian Simmons doing just about everything here today. He's running the camera. He's working the laptop. He ran in. Well, you know, of course, Mr. Cummings was asking for a cup of coffee. Brian had to go do that. I'm kidding. That was not. That's usually Mike Bear demanding cups of coffee. But that's a nice move along the baseline there from Maya Wardle. They kick it out to Ellie Bear, and Ellie with a nice jump shot. It's good. With 5 seconds left on the clock, Ellie gets that shot knocked down. And folks, we'll close out the quarter with the Irish leading 14. Illini Bluffs 2. Coach, your thoughts on the quarter?
Just a great defensive effort by the Irish. You know, Autumn Grade made 2 free throws fairly early in the game, make it 2-2, and then we've gone 12 in a row.
12-0.
And in that time, you know, it's not that Illini Bluffs has missed a lot of shots. They haven't gotten many shots. It's been a lot of turnovers. There's been some travels. There's been some deflections and steals. And it's just that relentless man-to-man defense that's causing so much trouble for the Tigers right now.
Out of the gate, they got several shots up. Illini Bluffs got, I would say, 4 or 5 shots up, and you got the impression that they were going to attack the basket. And then, yeah, I don't know whether it was Coach Hill or who got into the team's head, got into Irish head, and the defense just stepped up a notch. And it would happen quickly. It happened within the first minute and a half. And Illini Bluffs has not been able to get into their offensive set.
No, and that's what we talked about early on in the game was how well they can handle our man-to-man, because our man-to-man is going to be aggressive. And in fairness, you know, we play a schedule where we're playing bigger schools,
right,
and the bigger schools are usually a little faster, a little more physical, and there's probably a little faster pace than what the Illini Bluffs girls are used to, particularly when you look at, we've got at least 3 girls out here get significant varsity minutes, obviously, so that, you know, they're playing more at a varsity pace and a faster, you know, level than what the Tigers are playing right now. So it's just going to be a matter of they've got to make that adjustment and be a little tougher with the ball, a little quicker with the ball, or points are going to be hard to come by for them.
So Shriver gets it into number 30 here. That's Autumn Gray. She gets it not knocked out. She passes out. Number 11 now, Ellery Shriver with it again. Swings it over to number 10. Goes up with the floater. Ball's back around. Number 10 there battles for it. That's Zoe Krall. Gets fouled on the ensuing putback, and she's going to go. That was a nice move by Krall to go after her own shot.
Yeah,
and,
she made her initial move was a good, strong move, and again, her momentum was taking her to the basket. We really didn't get a body on her, and she was able to corral the rebound.
I thought for sure they were going to give her 2 shots there, but
I did too.
There she is with a nice, another strong move, and now she's going to get a couple of shots on that great move.
She's working hard. She's earning it.
Freshman Zoe Kroll working very hard in the first 30 seconds here of this quarter.
Team third. Shooting 2 is 10. Zoe Kroll.
I didn't catch who that foul on. Was that 21?
That would have been on Sammy Lard.
Sammy
yes.
Lard getting her first, team's third. And here's Zoe Kroll with the first of her 2 free throws. Rolls and is good. And all 3 points for the Tigers coming from the line. And we'll see number 23, Elizabeth Hanley, checking back in for the Irish. And joining her is number 24, Sydney Wharton, getting her first action early here in the second quarter. Kroll at the line, taking the second of her 2 shots. Falls short, and it'll come back to the Irish. Here comes Wardle dribbling up. She goes right, goes to attack, swings it back to Lard. Lard goes right, kicks it back out to Wardle at the 3-point line, feeds Lard. Lard looks to drive, goes to short corner, finds Bear. Bear dribbles around, goes back to Wardle, who'll set things back up. Swings to Bear, coming back near the top of the key again. Out to Wardle, drives, passes it to Ellie Bear, who got there quickly.
Yeah, I think she thought Elizabeth Hanley was going to be spotted up there. When she saw that she wasn't, the ball kind of got away from her.
Ellie Shriver doing a nice job guarding Maya right now with very, very quick hands. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Comes into number 11, Ellie Bear. She's guarded by Robertson. They swing it to Wardle. Still guarded by Shriver. Nice pick and roll again by the Irish, and quickly tipped away by number 10, Zoe Kroll. And we'll see number 34, Biz Daly, checking in for the Irish, giving Ellie Bear a break. And back to Kroll. She's a little bit everywhere right now. She's showing up this quarter.
And Illini Bluffs is doing a little better job on that pick and roll.
Yep.
They've decided how they're going to guard it, and they've done a little better job.
We've seen them hedge off the pick and roll a little bit, and it's helped. But right there, if you can't stop the attacking Maya Wardle, you're going to be in trouble. She's got 8 on the game right now. Maya Wardle going off the left side. Gets a nice move there, and that's a nice rebound and put back by number 2. That's Lily Hicks, talented sophomore for Illini Bluffs. The putback just didn't fall, and the Irish come back the other way. Wardle with a nice feed inside to Sammy Lard. Sammy Lard's got her first field goal of the day. Nice layup there on the right side. Great look inside.
And Maya
Wardle.
she will find you. And she's got that knack. Go pick it up, Sammy.
Lard gets inside.
It counts as a steal.
It does. Wardle looks to drive. Instead, she pulls up for 3 off the glass. No good. Ball's knocked around. Here comes Shriver. She's going to pull it back out. Didn't like what she saw. She gets inside quickly. Number 30 again, Autumn Gray. And Autumn Gray shots off the mark, and let's go back to the Irish. So we have a lot of Tigers checking in here. Let me just check and make sure. We got number 4, Nikki Okamara, checking in. And I saw Brooke Buchan checking in, and number 30, no, Autumn Gray's already in. Hold on, I saw one more checking in. I'll get that for you here in a second, folks. I think it was number 33, Morgan Lowe, checking in as well.
I believe you're correct. I was trying to find that number.
So Hanley dribbles left. Almost had Sammy Lard underneath, but just didn't feel comfortable doing it. So here comes Maya Wardle driving left. Nice spin move, gets it out to Hanley. Corner, Mary Breitbach for 3, off the mark.
Just a great extra pass, though, by Elizabeth Hanley to Mary.
And good job by Mary to let her know she was there. You
Yes.
could hear Mary talking, and that's something this team does so exceedingly well, is their ability to communicate. Wardle with a nice jump stop, shot good. Maya Wardle's got 10 here, and we're only halfway, not even halfway through the second quarter. She's putting together a beautiful game. She's got to be close to 3 or 4 steals as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got them all accounted for, but I think she's a couple of deflections and a couple steals.
I missed the call there. Was it a travel?
I think it was a travel again.
Okay.
Oh,
A
double dribble.
Double dribble. And folks, that call was backed up and verified by our very own Brian Simmons on the camera.
And even got the hand signal correct.
He got the hand signal correct.
Because he did a lot of drumming earlier today, and that's a whole nother story. But
Wait, was he drumming as well?
Well, he was filming the drumming, but I think in his mind he was drumming.
Doing some air drumming as he was filming.
Yeah. So,
and folks, we can't say enough about the wonderful work our technical team is doing for us here at NDTV. I'd like to say a lot of great things about Mike Baer, but Mike's not here, so I'm going to talk about Brian Simmons. Brian Simmons here early, here late, and making sure everything is running smoothly. We'll get texts, sometimes we'll get calls if there's just a little hiccup in the production, which is rare. But boy, if one thing's off, you'll get a call right away, and Brian's on it so quickly and ironing out any wrinkles. So Brian Simmons, we can't thank you enough for bringing this to the masses. He's given us a thumbs up, but boy, as soon as we turn our back, he throws us under the bus. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't. He is kind beyond words, and I'll try to be as kind back to him on the air as he is to us here. But he is something fantastic, folks.
Yeah, and you watch these productions, I watch games on the road and different things, and ours is really second to none, and that's a tribute to Mike Baer and Brian Simmons, the job they've done to, first of all, put this together, and then just continue to add to it.
Just
and
every production,
game.
yeah. And again, they really got it started almost overnight.
Yes.
And then here we are just, it seems like a few weeks later, 3-4 weeks later, here we are. So, folks, we're coming out of our second quarter media timeout. Irish have a strong lead of 20-3 over the Tigers of Illini Bluffs. And we'll see the Irish inbound it under the Tigers ball, bring it full length of the court. Wardle dribbling up. She is guarded by number 5, Brooke Buchan. She gets it to Mary Breitbach, drives left. It's tipped away, and it's going to go off of Breitbach, and the Irish are going to continue their full court pressure. Ball goes down. Number 2, Lily Hicks with it. Hicks dribbles into the corner. She's trapped, and she's going to hit the out-of-bounds line. And again, Irish pressure.
Yeah, she was trapped and tried to make the pass out of the trap, and it got deflected. She went to retrieve it and had a foot on the line. And again, that's just a good defense. You put them into a spot where it's going to be a trap.
My Wardle dribbling left. Comes from the wing. Met with a lot of pressure, but gives it to Sammy Lard, creates a screen, and there's Lard with a little floater off the mark. Elizabeth Hanley with another rebound. She's got to be approaching 6 for the game. And oh, nice pass from Biz Daly to a cutting Sammy Lard. And Lard gets her second of the quarter. Beautiful, beautiful pass there from
Sammy. Just she gets to spots, and just for somebody that hasn't played a ton of basketball, she has just some natural instincts. And she's finishing about everything she gets around the basket anymore.
So the ball comes up to number 11, Ellery Shriver, drives, tries to get into number 33, Morgan Lowe, and it's just off. The Irish quickly come back. A nice feed inside of Mary Breitbach, and Mary Breitbach's on the board with her first basket here in the second quarter. With that basket, the Irish increase their lead to 21 with 3 minutes to go, 3:01 to go here in the second quarter. Irish lead 24-3.
22, Allie Brandt, reporting the Tigers.
We got number 22, Allie Brandt, checking in. And I think number 23, well, Maddie Boucher might have already been in, but I'm going to say Maddie's name anyway. But there's another long pass down to Mary Breitbach, and she's going to get her second basket here in the second quarter.
And again, as soon as Maya gets a steal or a long rebound, an inbound pass, whatever it is, her head's up and she's looking down the floor.
I mean,
and if you are running, she's going to find you, and she's going to get it to you in a spot where you can score.
So number 11, Ellie Baer, and number 13, Jillian Sander, are both checked in for the Irish. But back to your point, yeah, almost before she gets the pass or before she knows the anticipated steal, she's looking up.
And I was talking to the coaches before the game about this, and it's like some kids.
Breitbach for 3, good. Just like that, Mary Breitbach has 7 on the quarter.
And some kids are maybe a step ahead or a play ahead of other people. It seems like Maya is 2 or 3 plays ahead of her bail. She just knows where people are going to end up, and she gets the ball to them in those spots. Defensively, another deflection by Maya.
And we're We're going to get a jump ball call. It's going to go to the Irish. And here come the Irish, led by Wardle. Ball's coming around. Bear from the short corner, off the mark. Ball's tipped around, but there's Biz Daly fighting for it, gets batted around. We're going to get a jump ball right here. It's going to go to the Tigers. Nice hustle there, though, from Biz Daly getting on the ground.
Been a lot of jump balls this game.
It sure have. It sure have. So here we go. Number 23, Maddie Bouchard gets it into number 5, Brooke Buchan. Buchan looks to attack. Swings it to 22. That was Allie Brandt. Brandt gets it out to Shriver. Shriver back to Bouchard. Bouchard looks to drive. She pulls back. And it's stolen now by Breitbach. Breitbach off the glass and good on the fast break. Mary Breitbach.
Breitbach went from nothing to 9 points in a blink of an eye.
A minute and a half, 2 minutes here. And she has that ability, both with the ability to score quickly underneath and such a nice shot from the outside. She has that ability.
Well, she very rarely will take a shot that she cannot make.
There's a nice pass and spin move inside from number 33 and Morgan Lowe. Shot didn't fall, but right now the Tigers are just attacking the offensive rebounds and getting it. And there's
the double dribble.
Just Ellery Shriver with just a hiccup on the brain there and double dribbles.
Yeah, I think she was going to pick it up to make a pass, and that pass wasn't there, and she tried to get away with it. And with 3 officials, it's hard to do.
It's hard to sneak one by.
And again, that's a result of good defense shutting down that passing lane as well that she thought was open.
Number 10, Zoe Kroll, and number 24, Marissa Robertson are back in for the Tigers. Chloe Carpenter's in for the Irish as well. She drives underneath the basket, kicks it out to Jillian Sander. Sander gets it over to Biz Daly. And there's Wardle, kicks it cross court to Carpenter. Carpenter for a long 2, rolls and it's out. Sander fights for it, gets it to Wardle. Wardle swings it out to Bear for 3. Off the mark just by a bit. There's great hustle and rebound for number 10, Zoe Kroll. Showing incredible flexibility there. I think I pulled a muscle just watching her get that.
Yeah,
rebound.
that hurt me just watching it.
Oh, and the 3.
Good awareness to shoot the ball.
And folks, at the end of the first half, the Irish do lead 31-3 over the Tigers of Illini Bluffs. Coach, your thoughts here on the first half?
Again, just it's stifling defense. I mean, Illini Bluffs made 3 free throws in the first half, and they got some shot attempts late, and early, but in between. There was just so many, just deflections and steals, forced turnovers with travels, double dribbles, and so forth. And again, that's a result of just good overall aggressive man-to-man defense. I've got, Sammy Lard has at least 5 steals. Maya's got 3 with, more deflections, and then again, a lot of forced turnovers and things just from solid man-to-man defense. And we're helping. We're not letting anybody get to the basket. So just a great defensive effort.
So right now, we mentioned that Tigers do not have a field goal in this game. There's several attempts, and I would say at least half a dozen that have rolled around and just haven't fallen.
Right.
Some good work on the boards there. Certainly, we've seen Autumn Gray attacking the boards. Morgan Lowe working hard inside, just shots not falling for them. But the one free throw going down for Zoe Kroll, who I think has had a great second quarter there, certainly coming out very strongly. And then we mentioned Autumn Gray also working very hard inside. On the Irish side of the ball, Maya Wardle has 10 and doing, as we often talk about, doing what Maya Wardle does, the ability to create defensively with forced turnovers, steals, and so forth, and then offense. Not only is she able to score herself, she's able to get her teammates to score with great passing and assists. And so
right.
forth.
She's got 10 points, 5 baskets, and probably another 5 assists, and then
right.
just just the ability to create things that maybe doesn't lead directly to the basket, but it indirectly leads to the
pass
basket.
to an assist and
That's
so
right.
forth.
A hockey assist. Maybe.
Exactly. And then Mary Breitbach with the fastest 9 points I've seen in a game
Didn't take
this
her
high
long.
school season. You know, we had talked about. I said that's her first free throw this game, her first field goal this game, and within about 90 seconds she was at 9. So she backs up Maya's 10 with 9. Ellie Bear with a 2 early in the first quarter. Jillian Sanders 1 of 2 for the free throw line. Sammy Lard has 5. She had a free throw in the first quarter and has 2 field goals right at the basket there in the second quarter. Elizabeth Hanley with a bucket, and then Biz Daly with the bucket. You know, we talk about this often, that so often they look to Biz to be a big scorer for this team, and on days where Biz doesn't have to be, there's so many weapons for this team. They still have 7 girls scoring. They scored 31 points, which is fantastic for a JV team here. But Biz only has 2 of them.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
When Biz, who, you know, most games has been probably if not our leading scorer, our second leading scorer, she's only got 2, and we've got 31 points in the half. You know, that's just indicative of what kind of overall depth we have,
Right.
and other people can score. And it's just, you know, the opportunities really haven't been there as much for Biz. And to her credit, she doesn't force things. She'll, if it's not there, she'll give it up. And other people that have been open, have been available for spots, have scored, and that makes it less crucial that Biz, you know, gets her points. But I bet if you ask Biz at any point in the game, you know, how many points she has, she doesn't know.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter to her. It just matters that we win.
She'd probably answer with, "We have 31."
That's right.
You know,
that's
and
right.
And I think that's probably indicative of any one of these Irish players. So, folks, we are at 6:22 on the halftime clock here. The Irish do lead 31-3 over the Tigers of Illini Bluffs. Coach Plunkett and I are going to take a few minutes to sharpen our pencils, get a little drink of water, and we're looking forward to the second half here between the Tigers and the Irish. Stay with us, because our second game of our doubleheader tonight is the varsity teams for both of these schools. It's going to be a fun night.
I think so.
We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Get the expert orthopedic care you need when you need it. Skip the ER and come to Midwest Ortho First. We're the area's only walk-in clinic for sprains, strains, and breaks. Midwest Ortho First at Midwest Orthopedic Center. Proud to be the viewer's choice.
All right, listen, right now is the time that we have to sign up and become part of the YouTube channels so that we can continue having these wonderful sports contests shown to us. Please sign up. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. All right, so I forgot 2 things on my video. One, here come the Irish. And then I also forgot, let's go!
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
You gotta hook me up with some of that stuff. Medium. That's sick. That's nice. Get it for you, got her all done. Yeah. Old boy's on it today.
Getting checked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of our junior varsity game between the Illini Bluffs Tigers and your Notre Dame Irish. The Irish lead 31-3, and they will inbound the ball here in the second half. We have Elizabeth Hanley ready to inbound the ball, and I suspect she's going to throw it to Mary Breitbach.
If you're a betting man,
Wow.
you would have won that
I would have
bet.
won that bet.
I think we're probably have seen the last of Maya Wardle for the night.
As she gets prepared for the varsity contest. So Hanley gets it to Sammy Lard. Lard looks back door to Breitbach, decides against it.
Going to get a 5 call for not careful. Got rid of it.
She gets it to Ellie Bear. Ellie Bear dribbles around, swings it over to Breitbach. Nice screen from Lard. Lard pops. But they get over to Biz Daly. Biz hands it off to Hanley. Another good backdoor cut here from the Irish. Goes back out to Lard. Lard controls, gets it over to Breitbach. Some good passing here from the Irish. As you notice, I'm starting to lose my breath. Oh, another cut inside from Lard. Lard up strong, and the basket's good.
And Sammy Lard has just been, the ability to finish around the basket has just gotten so much better as years go on.
There's a nice pass inside and finish for number 30, Autumn Gray. And the Tigers have their first field goal of the game. And I'll tell you something, I suspect Coach Sweet is feeling a little better right now.
Yeah,
Getting on the board
sometimes
like that, yeah.
when things are going rough and it's hard to get that something to fall, you get one to fall, you just feel a little bit better about yourselves.
So that ball is tipped by Mary Breitbach, and it'll stay with the Tigers. And oh, no, I'm sorry. It was tipped by the Tigers, and will stay with the Irish. And Sammy Lard inbounds to Biz Daly. Biz looks inside to Hanley, and just
A little bit of a force, but the ball found its way to Ellie Bear.
And Ellie gets hammered as she comes through the middle. And it'll be inbound underneath the basket. We're going to find out who this foul is on. Number 24, that's Marissa Robertson. It'll be her second, team's first here in the second half. And again, it was a nice move by
It was a good
Bear
move.
through the lane, yeah. Hanley to inbound, gets it out top to Bear. Bear swings it to Breitbach. Breitbach looking inside to Lard. She gets it to her. And the ball is stripped by number 5, Brooke Buchan. She loses it. And it's going to go to the Irish.
Going to go to the Irish.
Daly inbounds to Breitbach, and here she goes. Ball goes down in the corner to Hanley. Lard with the screen. Hanley dribbles around right, looks inside, gets it up top to Daly. Daly dribbles right, goes to drive. Goes cross court to Hanley. Hanley with the drive, kicks it out to Bear. Bear looks to shoot. Decides against it. They start swinging around the horn. Goes in the corner, back to Bear. Bear drives. Lots of contact. Goes up. Shot does not fall, but great move by
She created that foul just with good penetration. Our girls are showing good patience. When Maya's on the floor, she's able to break the defense down a little bit easier. We don't have anybody really with that ability on the floor right now. We've got good players out there, just not with that ability to do that. So we're doing it through passing. And sometimes, the philosophy, you might have a player that might be the most athletic player on the floor, but if you don't have that anymore, make the ball more athletic by making the ball move. And the more the ball moves, the harder it is for the defense to stay with it.
So Lily Hicks picks up her first foul. It'll be the team's second. Ellie Bear shoots her second free throw and makes it.
And we're picking them up man-to-man half court. We'll see just how we do on the half court defense. Not getting that, that steal in the full court, and there Mary Breitbach comes up.
Another steal, she gets it to Hanley. Hanley doesn't like what she sees inside, gets it to Bear. Bear goes down to the corner. Sorry, gets it to Lard. Lard gets it to Bear in the corner. Hanley picks up the missed shot, puts it back, and it's good for two. It's a lot easier to call a team that doesn't pass very well.
Yeah.
So nice work by the Irish to, again, force another turnover. Here comes Sammy Lard. Up to Bear. Just a little too much on that bounce pass and hard for Bear to hold on to it.
Yeah, it's like our good friend Rob Kenny said one time, when we pass the ball around so much, it's kind of like you're doing a commercial for a law firm. You're naming so many different last names out here. Wow. And there's a lot to that.
That is a great line.
Yes.
Mr. Kenny is a good man. So here come the Tigers. Number 11, Ellery Shriver, again gets a little tangled up, but she got hit on the play.
And that's Mary's second steal of this quarter already, and I'm sure she had her hand in one or two in the first half. And in addition to the 9 points she scored. So Mary Breitbach, just when the game is over, she'll fill up a stat sheet. She fills it up in a positive way for you, and a lot of times she'll do it, and you'll even realize it.
And that was Ellery Shriver's first foul. It was team's third, and that'll bring us into our media timeout here in the third quarter. The Irish do lead 36-5, 31-point difference. That's where I went with 31. And again, it's just the unrelenting pressure of the Irish right now that is the big part of this difference. Whether it's an actual turnover or forced turnover, they are just creating problems for this Tiger offense.
Yeah, and they just are making the Tigers uncomfortable with the basketball. You really, if you're so worried about when you're dribbling, the defense harassing you that you really can't get a good look, you really can't get your offense started the way you want it. And the old philosophy on defense, if you can contest every dribble, every pass, every shot, you're going to make life miserable over a 32-minute period for an opponent, no matter how good that opponent is. It's still going to create some problems for them.
Right. And folks, we will share with you coming up next, we do have the varsity Irish welcoming the Tigers here, and then we will get the treat of one more game this week, and we're happy to share that the Big 12 tournament for the Irish opens here Thursday. And they have the luxury of hosting the home opener for the tournament. Although they will not host the full tournament, they do get to host the opening game of the tournament against Richwoods.
And the option was such that if you the tournament's in the Bloomington Normal area, obviously, but the option was there if you have two local teams, whatever city it may be, could be two Champaign schools, could be two Peoria schools, whatever. If they're going to meet in the first round, they could play at the home of the higher seed. And that worked out great. And our rivalry with Richwoods, we beat Richwoods earlier, but Richwoods now has games under their belt. Nice move.
Nice move by Jillian Sander. That was a great, nice pass on the interior there, but Jillian Sander going up strong with that kind of little baby hook right there was beautiful. Great move by Sander.
But I was saying with Richwoods, it's a rivalry. They're going to remember the game they lost here. But when we played Richwoods the first time, Richwoods had 1 day of practice after a 2-week quarantine, and they were minus their senior player. And so it'd be interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, we saw Sammy Lard overplay there on number 24, Marissa Robertson. Robertson took advantage of it. took a couple of dribbles and hit that little jumper there just inside the right wing there, and she's on the board with her first field goal.
Yeah, one of the things on defense you don't want to do is just miss.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, then you're putting your teammates at a complete disadvantage. And again, Robertson made us pay for that one.
So one thing you can hear Coach Julius on the bench talking about his team is moving the ball faster. And there it is, right there. And that is what that play is drawn up to do for the Irish. And it paid dividends with Ellie Bear going up strong and drawing that foul and that great pass from Biz Daly.
And the timing, he had talked about, getting the timing. You got to do this sooner, and the timing there was exactly what you wanted. If there's no contact there, Ellie's going to make a layup.
So Bear hits the first of her 2 free throws, and again, just a great look inside from Biz Daly.
Yeah,
right
Biz at the high post and at the elbows are pretty effective. I think again in another year that's going to be a shot she's going to comfortably make. So when people come out and guard her, and she's become a very good passer from those spots.
Number 4, Nikki Okamara. Number 22, Allie Brandt, and number 33, Morgan Lowe, have all checked in for the Tigers. And then we also have number 3, Chloe Carpenter, checking in for the Irish.
And Sammy gets another offensive rebound on a missed free throw. And just trying to get a little better positioning underneath, she took an extra step.
So that's number 20. That was number 22, Allie Brandt, dribbling left, shots off the mark. Rebound there by, I believe, Sammy Lard. Gets in the hands of Breitbach. Hands off to Sanders. Sanders swings it to Daly. Daly gets it to Carpenter, and Carpenter gets a little too much business from number 23, Maddie Bouchard. And that'll be Maddie's first foul, team's 5th. And Maddie Bouchard plays good defense. I mean, it's she just caught there, just trying to catch up, but she's a good defender.
Well, and really, you can just tell a little bit of a difference when, when Maya Wardle's on the floor. And Maya's a freshman, but obviously she doesn't play like a freshman, and she almost plays like a seasoned varsity player. But we went from a 14-2 quarter to a 17-1 quarter to now here we are, 5 minutes into this quarter, and the score is 8-4. So it makes a little bit of a difference when you. If Maya's not on the floor, just creating things and be able to break down the defense and so forth. So Illini Bluffs plays good defense. It's just Maya is not your typical JV player.
She really can lift players, but we've even seen from the beginning of this season and the speed of the team without Maya in the second half of some of the early games to the speed of this Irish team without Maya in the second half of this game. The improvement is incredible. And again, I keep going back to that play from Biz Daly and that pass down under to Ellie Bear. That pass may not have been made, or it would have been tipped. And again, Biz Daly's confidence has increased, and her willingness to throw that pass is much higher than it was 3-4 weeks ago. And credit goes to Biz on taking those chances now. And again, playing with the varsity and playing with Maya has certainly changed things for her. She's such a talent. Nice rebound again from Jillian Sander. Again,
Jillian's got some. She's got some quickness. She jumps pretty well, and she's a nice athlete.
I love her fearlessness.
Yes.
Like any ball that's anywhere close to her, she's gonna have a finger on it, and if she can get 2 hands on it, you better be careful. She's getting it.
And getting back to Biz, and I'm going to even put Elizabeth Hanley in this spot. I remember seeing those kids when they were quite a bit younger.
Lard with a nice little jumper on the fast break. She knocks that down. She's got 4 for the quarter. Sammy Lard.
But just the work that Hanley and Daly have put in, and I don't want to just single them out, but from where I knew they were to where they are right now as sophomores, it's unbelievable what they put in.
Got it.
We used to go over to St. Phil's a couple times. My daughter and I would go over because the coaching at St. Phil's was Mike Breitbach, whose daughter obviously is playing, and Art Hanley, whose daughter is playing. And they just wanted to know some of the stuff we did at
Right.
the high school level and all that, and we started working with it. And the kids just, you know, first of all, you know, kudos to those guys for, you know, trying to branch out and teach these kids, because they both do a wonderful job.
Right.
But just getting an idea of some of the stuff we do, but then the work those kids have put in and how much better they've gotten.
It's so evident right
It's
there.
it's really just fun to see.
And speaking of Biz Daly, nice drive down under, kicks it to Carpenter.
That's a great
Carpenter,
pass
Lard,
right there.
Lard with a nice little jumper, rolls and good. Sammy Lard has 6 on the quarter. Second jumper in a row for her.
Chloe Carpenter just made a really, she got the ball underneath where she might have thought about shooting it, but she knew Sammy was open and kicked it to her, and that's just a tremendous extra pass.
Look at that, nice work underneath the basket there. That is number 4, Nikki Okamara, just cleaning up the miss from number 24, Marissa Robertson. But Okamara being in the right place at the right time, she saw that the shot was going up, got in the right position, put the miss right back up. Nice move for Nikki.
And she read it well. There's Sammy making another strong move around the basket.
And she's going to get the opportunity for 2 shots. You know, I know Sammy's 8th grade coach is going to want to take credit for her ability to shoot today. And I'm going to get a call about it later. He's going to say, I'm not going to hear enough about my ability to coach her.
Well, who is that 8th grade coach?
My brother.
Oh.
It was my brother, Peter.
Okay.
And so I'll give him some credit. I think it was.
So I thought you said to me earlier that Sammy's doing very well in spite of the coaching she got in 8th grade, but you're saying he deserves some of the credit. That's what you're saying now?
We're going to have some words off air here, Coach Plunkett. We're going to have some words off air. You know, I used to say that I never enjoyed going to play St. Thomas and my brother, and you can see why when you're going up every night against you know, Sammy Lard and Ellie Bear,
Yeah.
and some of the other girls who I thought would be playing on this team who are not here tonight. Just an incredible amount of talent. Never liked coaching against my brother.
Well, these kids are fortunate to have had coaches like that at the grade school level. You know, I know you've done the coaching, and you talk about your brother, and I know, you know, Art and Mike, and just the different guys. I don't want to, if I start naming, because I don't know
we'll
everybody that's coaching everywhere.
Sure,
but they're doing things. It appears to me they're doing things the right way to prepare kids.
Nice pass on the interior, and just strong work there from Autumn Gray. She gets her second basket. She's going to get the opportunity to go for the and one here. And we said from the get-go, Autumn Gray needs to be as involved as possible on the interior for this team, and now they're starting to do it. That foul was on Ellie Bear. Nice work by Autumn Gray. She's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Ellie Bear got her first foul. She swings it right. Gets in the hands of Carpenter. Carpenter with a nice pass inside of Sammy Lard. Lard shots off the mark.
They executed very well. Just
Yep.
didn't get the ball to fall, but that's okay. The execution's there.
Coach should be happy with how they did that. Nice move and the floater for number 24. That's Robertson. That was a good look and a nice shot. Just shots didn't fall. Gray hustles after it, gets it under control, spins. Oh, a nice block from Sammy. And nice work by Sammy to stay with it and stay in front of her.
She did. Sammy just is, again, just very athletic, and she's learned how to block a shot and get a hand on the ball without fouling somebody.
And at the end of 3, the Irish lead 44-12. And here come the varsity girls. They don't, they kind of wave, they kind of say hello. They don't want to stop and talk.
Oh, can I say
So no, but at the end of 3, the Irish lead 44-12 over the Tigers of Illini Bluffs. And I tell you, that was the quarter that the Tigers are looking for, Coach.
Yeah, you know, you look again. It was a 13-9 quarter, and you know that just goes again to show what a difference Maya Wardle makes. But it also, I think, shows probably a little bit clearer on how well Illini Bluffs can really play. It's just that when you start, you can't make a shot for a while, and then it just kind of gets in your head a little bit. And again, this is a proud program, and they're just going to continue to do what they do, and they'll continue to do it well.
Right. So, folks, we're getting ready here for our 4th quarter.
Should we talk about Mike Bear here in the?
Yeah, Mike Bear has a camera in her face right now.
He's just he's. Oh boy.
That's a real aggressive close-up, Mike. I mean, as is close.
Well, we
up
were
as can.
complimenting Mr. Bear on his wardrobe, but
Yeah. I tell you, that soccer budget is impressive. Ball comes in to Ellie Bear.
but he informed us that none of the clothes have an X in the sizes,
Yeah.
except maybe an extra small, and I don't think you and I could work with that.
No. If we could sew 4 or 5 of those together, we'd be good. Nice hustle from Ellie Bear to try to get that rebound just out of her reach, and out of bounds it goes.
Of course, I'm not worthy of wearing Notre Dame soccer gear anyway.
So here come the Tigers, bringing it back up.
This will be a quick quarter. We will have a running clock
are
this
in the
quarter.
running
That's
clock.
that's right. Which I wish on a night like this, when we got plenty of time, that let these kids play.
Absolutely. So they get the ball inside to number 10, Zoe Krall. Krall kicks it back out. They get it out in the corner to Robertson. Robertson with a short corner jump shot just off the mark. She's had a few of those roll in and out. She's got a nice little shot, just didn't fall. Here comes Bear setting up the offense for the Irish. Guarded by Brooke Buchan. They get it swung to right, comes back left to Jillian Sanders. Sander was dribbling left. It goes off of Ellie Bear and out of bounds. So number 2, Lily Hicks, will dribble it up for the Tigers. She gets it over to Robertson. Robertson looks inside. Feeds Krall. Krall met with a big block by Lard, and here comes Lard. She goes soft off the glass and good.
And you know what Sammy did there was she did a great job of doubling on the ball on the block.
Yep.
Then she still was able to come out and block a shot on the free throw line.
Just did a great job of closing out on that shot. Robertson with the ball. Free throw line extended, gets swung the other way, and there's Lard with another steal. They get it up to Ellie Bear. Ellie Bear, nice pass to Chloe Carpenter. Back to Bear. Bear attacks. Gets under the defender and off the glass, and it's good. Ellie Bear having a nice second half here. And the Irish just continue to apply pressure and create points out of it. Ball goes down in the corner. The shot's off the mark there that was number 2, Lily Hicks. Bear brings up the ball for the Irish. Dribbles left, kicks it to Chloe Carpenter. Passes off of Carpenter's foot, and out of bounds it goes. So we'll see number 33, Morgan Lowe. Number 23, Maddie Bushart. And I didn't see the first one that checked in. I think it was number 22, Allie Brandt, checked in. But along with those two, we do have number 10, Zoe Krall.
A lot of freshmen on the floor for the Tigers right now.
Number 5, Brooke Buchan, in, all for the Tigers. Krall calling for the ball, number 23. That's number 23 right there, Maddie Bushart with a nice jumper. She gets her first points of the game.
Of course, looking on the floor, I think there might be almost all freshmen on the floor for the Irish. We're all freshmen, and a lot of us may have one sophomore on the floor, possibly. Is Buchan a sophomore?
I believe, no, I've got her down
Brooke,
as
she's a freshman. No, she's a freshman.
So I think we have 10 freshmen on the court right now. Nice work inside from number 11, Ellie Bear. She's got 4 in the quarter here. And here come the Tigers back the other way. Long shot. 3 ball is good, and that is number 5, Brooke Buchan. Nice shot there from Buchan. She's got her first basket of the game. Lar goes across to Bear. Bear kicks it out to Carpenter. Carpenter dribbles right, kicks it back out to Lard. Lard looking in to Bear, but she drives instead, goes up off the glass, and the basket's good. She's got 4 on the quarter. I've got Lard for 16 here in the game. Oh, that's a nice pass and cut for number 5. That's Brooke Buchan. She got fouled on the drive, and she's going to go to the basket and try to complete the and one. That was a great move.
Buchan really is, just from watching her during the course of the game, she is a nice-looking player. Looks like she has some skill. Looks like we're going to go into our officials' timeout.
And Buchan will come back after the timeout here and try to complete that and one. But yeah, she's a very talented, a lot of talent on this Tigers team. I'm going to look forward to watching this freshman team, grow up and see, because as we've talked about before, there's great basketball tradition at Illini Bluffs, and we're seeing a very young junior varsity team here for the Tigers, a lot of talent on it, and they're playing a mix of freshmen and sophomore today, and seasoned sophomores. I mean, as we talk about Biz Daly, Elizabeth Hanley, Mary Breitbach, 3 very seasoned, sophomores who see good quality varsity time, and they're going to see it playing today. And then you got the Wardle factor, and I might go and I might patent Wardle factor and put it on a T-shirt, because again, she is a difference on this court. As you talked about earlier, Coach, as a freshman playing at a varsity level or at a much more seasoned freshman level, it's hard to just call her a freshman.
Right, and if this was a typical year and we had the numbers we would normally have in the freshman class, Maya wouldn't be playing all these JV minutes, but it's just needed.
Absolutely. And there's Buchan completing the 3-point play. She's got 6 on the quarter. And Bear looks to attack, dribbles right. Ball's poked out by, I believe that was poked by Buchan, but the Irish are able to hold on to it. It's down in the right-hand corner. Laura looks inside to Sanders. Sanders gets it out to Bear. Bear with a nice drive off the glass, no good. Big rebound for Kroll.
Kroll has shown a lot of nice things. I think head coach Belleville's got to be looking at some of these young kids and just like the promise there. And again, we talked about Buchan, how well she's handles the ball and does some things. Look like she shoots the ball very well, but some nice looking things they're seeing here.
And there's
that's a really good
up
move.
And under from Kroll right there. That again, we talk about Kroll has got nice talent right here.
Nice backdoor cut.
We got a travel call. And folks, we got a complete line change coming in here for the Tigers. I see number 2, Lily Hicks checking in. Number 24, Marissa Robertson. Number 4, Nikki Okamara. Let's see. I've got a couple that I can't see yet, but I'm going to get them to you. Number 11, Ellery Shriver is
I think
in.
Autumn Gray may be back in the
Autumn
game.
Gray's back in the floor. So big lineup change there for the Tigers. Those hockey line changes make it hard for us.
And just give these kids as much time as they can get.
So Sammy Lard with the ball. She looks to drive, pulls it back out, swings it to Ellie Bear. Screen from Lard. Bear goes up. Shot is good. Ellie Bear's got 6 for the quarter.
Puts her in double figures for the game.
Yes, it does. A nice move inside from, that was number 11, Ellery Shriver. Jump shot just fell a little bit short. There's a great pass from Chloe Carpenter. Right idea, just got picked. That was Marissa Robertson with the steal. She gets it down.
It's going to be a travel.
That was a nice pass, though, from Robertson after the steal to Lily Hicks. Lily Hicks just took a little extra step there on the stop and the travel call, and we'll come back to the Irish. Folks, we're approaching 1 minute here left in the game. The Irish lead 54-20. We do have a running clock. There's the 3 from Sydney Morton, just over the rim. Ellie Bear hustling after it, but number 24, Marissa Robertson, comes up with it. Robertson not wasting any time. She's going to attack the hoop. And it's stolen by Sammy Lard. Lard looks to attack. She jump stops. Gets it to Carpenter. Carpenter's hammered. No call. Ref did not see what. I think it was all ball, and just Carpenter went down. And the pass.
Yeah, it might have been. I think just I think she got the ball and she just lost her. Yeah, I think that force just put her to the ground.
We're under 20 here, folks. And I suspect the Irish are just going to work to let the clock go. Lard gets the ball back to Bear. Bear dribbles it out. We're under 5 seconds to go here, folks. Bear looks to attack, gets it to Sander, and Sander's going to get a basket there as time runs out. And folks, that'll do it. Final score, Irish 56, Illini Bluffs 20. Coach, your initial thoughts on the game?
It was just determined by defense, which has been our trademark this entire season, and it certainly didn't disappoint us tonight. And the defensive effort created a lot of offense for us, and and again, a good solid overall effort. I'm looking at, several of our girls in double figures and a lot of kids having scored tonight.
So we're going to give you a little recap here for the for Illini Bluffs. A very talented team. Just met with a lot of defense here. First and foremost, very impressed with the play of Autumn Gray. I think very talented young lady, and I'm looking forward to seeing how she grows. She's one of the few sophomores playing in this game today, and her maturity and presence certainly there in the lane. She had a couple of free throws early on, struggled with the taller players from the Irish, but certainly worked to keep her presence, and had a nice third quarter there with 5, and she finished with 7. But again, Brooke Buchan had 6 there in the fourth quarter, had a nice 3, and then an and 1 opportunity there, bordering the media time. I thought Brooke had a very nice game, and then very impressed with the play of Marissa Robertson, tall player, nice jump shot. I think they would have loved to have gotten her more involved. She probably had 4 or 5 jump shots on that short corner on the left-hand side here in the second half that just rimmed in and out every time. I mean, they were right on the mark, just didn't go in.
And again, a lot of freshmen that you listed here who I think, you just look down the road, they're going to be good players for this team. Good players for a good team and, a traditionally good program. So I think coach has got to be excited about that. Again, this is not an easy place. You come in here and you play, and you're playing against a team that is used to playing schools, 2-3 times bigger than them. We're a school of 600, but in our conference, we're looking at, Normal Community with 2,000 and Normal West with, I don't know what they have, 1,800, and there are a lot of big schools in our league. We're used to playing against them. So, we know we have to play a faster pace to compete in our league, and it's probably a little bit faster pace than what Illini Bluffs is used to playing during the course of a season. So it's not easy for them to come in and play this. I look for their varsity to be a little more seasoned as far as having played these kind of games before.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to seeing their varsity play.
But again, just tip of the hat to Zoe Kroll as well, who I thought played a very nice game. Ellery Shriver, Nikki Okamar with those 2 points in the third quarter. Nice talent, and again, looking forward to seeing what this team brings down the road. On the Irish side, fantastic game for Sammy Lard. She had 16, 11 of those points all in the second half. Sammy was a force to be reckoned with today, not only offensively, but she almost shined brighter on defense.
Several steals early in the game. She, when we went on a run early in the game to really kind of open things up early, it was a result. She had 3 steals probably in the first 3 minutes of the ball game, and those kind of things just kind of send a message to the offense of what's to come.
She never stops moving, and whether that's defensively creating those turnovers, creating the forced turnovers and so forth, but offensively as well, the cutting, the passing and so forth is always creating opportunities for not only for herself but for her teammates as well.
Right.
Her 16 was added 10 apiece from Ellie Bear. Ellie had 2 in the first, but had 8 all in the second half and 6 in that fourth quarter. She had a great fourth quarter there. And Maya had 10 all in the first half. So those girls balanced each other very well there in the game. And again, Maya did not play the second half as she got prepared for this varsity game. And then 9 from Mary Breitbach, all in the second quarter there. We didn't see Mary. We didn't see Mary much in the. She had that 9-point spurt that was incredible. We should find out how long that took. But Mary didn't see much in the second half as she also got ready for the varsity game. But Jillian Sander, too, with 5 points. Just very impressive. Again, she just continues to grow as a player. She shows her tenacity and again, just pure hustle out of Jillian Sander.
Yeah, Jillian, and even you look at, when I look at Jillian, I think of Chloe Carpenter the same way, just always playing hard, always scrambling. If they get some points for you, that's a bonus, but that's what you need out of them.
Yeah, but again, they're just tough players all around. Love the style of Carpenter, love the style of Sander, absolutely. And Sydney Wharton also coming in and going to give you
Sydney's
quality
always
going to
play hard.
Always, and that's the style that she always brought to you. Growing up in parish school ball, and she brings it here to Notre Dame now, and it's fantastic.
And the thing that I like most about this game is the fact that Elizabeth Hanley got 4 and Biz Daly had 2, and we still scored a bunch of points, which I think just is a you know, I mean, those kids, they help you whether they're scoring or not.
Right.
That's immaterial as far as that goes. But just the fact that those kids were not the scoring was not as open for them tonight, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter
Right.
in the outcome of the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, folks, that will conclude our JV game here. The final score again was Notre Dame 56, Illini Bluffs 20. Coming up next, we will welcome the varsity teams from both of these schools. We're looking forward to that, and we're going to conclude this broadcast here, and we'll freshen up and get ready for our next broadcast. But on behalf of my partner, Mike Baer, our lead technician, director, and all things good guru, Brian Simmons, my name is Jim Lynch. We'll see you back here in just about 10 minutes. Thank you.